We've seen the map content layers property. Now let's take a look at the tables property. Open up the web map tables property.py script from the web map content folder. We saw in the previous video that the map content class had a layers property and it also has a tables property. Let's head over to documentation before we continue. Similar to the layers property for the map content, the documentation is extremely limited. All it has is the entry tables equals none. So let's head back to PyScripter and see what this property returns. We first access ArcGIS Online. We then use the content manager get method and supply in our web map ID, which I will paste in now. You can grab that from your notepad or from ArcGIS Online. The get method will return an item object, which will assign to a variable called web map item. We will cast our web map item to a map object using the map class, which will assign to a variable called web map. We use our map object and the content property to access the map content object, from which we access the tables property. Now we have two tables in our web map, so we expect two items to be returned in the tables list. We're going to see that the list returned from this tables property is a list of table objects. We'll run the script and we can see that we were returned a list. There are two items in our list. The first is a table object and we can see that it has an ID of 1 from our NIAH locations feature service, and the second is also a table object and it is from our NIAH CSV, which is the hosted table service. It is important to note the difference returned from the map content tables property and from when you access the JSON definition via the get data method for a web map item. That returns a dictionary style definition. The tables property here returns objects, table objects. In this video, we saw how we could use the tables property for a map content object to return a list of table objects that are available in our web map.